bit of a chat about the IELTS speaking test. As we know, there's 3 sections. The first section goes for about 4 or 5 minutes, and basically that's just the the IELTS examiner asking you your name, getting your candidate number, and then they'll ask you a series of personal questions on quite familiar topics. So they might ask you about family. They might ask you about work. They might ask you about study or your hometown. Okay? So there'll be topics that you know about, and they'll be asking you questions about you. The most important thing in this section is to try to extend your answers, okay? So don't just say, yes, no, sometimes. Don't just give one answer responses, okay? Try to say, yes, I come from Harbin in China. It's a beautiful city on the coast. It gets very cold in winter. Give a bit of extra information. The second section goes for about 3 or 4 minutes. And this is the section where you'll give a short talk between 1 and 2 minutes, okay? You'll be given a topic card, okay, with a topic on it and some bullet points. And you need to talk about the things that are on this topic card. The examiner will give you 1 minute to plan, okay? So you can make some notes if you want to, maybe write down some interesting vocabulary. And then you need to talk for between 1 to 2 minutes, okay? The examiner will ask you a couple of rounding off questions just to finish your talk. And if you talk for more than 2 minutes, he or she will actually stop you, okay? The thing to remember is that it's often good to begin this talk well, okay? Because examiners are people, and they often remember a good beginning. I mean, obviously it's their job to concentrate on everything that you're saying throughout your speech, but try to begin well, okay? So my tip to you would be, introduce what you're going to talk about clearly. So if you're asked to describe a special meal that you had, introduce it well. Say, I'd like to talk about my last birthday. And then describe why this meal was important to you and who you spent that meal with and what you ate, etc. But introduce what you're going to talk about. Now, section 3 is the most difficult part of the test, and in section 3 you'll have a discussion with the examiner, and the examiner will ask you more abstract, more ideas kinds of questions about a topic that's related about your topic in section 2. So there'll be questions that ask for your opinion, or they might ask you to speculate or guess about the future, or talk about changes, okay? So you will be required to use more complex language in this section of the test. And this is why I guess it's the most difficult part of the test. My tip to you would be, if you give an opinion, okay, give an opinion or give an idea, and then give some support, okay, give some support. This section of the test is almost a little bit like an essay, okay, so give your idea. For example, I think it's good for students to study overseas, and then say why, okay, you need to give reasons. You need to give examples, okay? It's like a little bit like an essay. Present your idea,